Hi everyone, glad to see you again. Welcome back to my channel Cyber Network. Today we have something incredibly exciting lined up for you. In today's world we live on our phones. We bank online, share personal messages, and even track our location. But what if I told you that your phone could be vulnerable even without you clicking a suspicious link or downloading a malicious app? It's a chilling thought, but it's a reality we need to face. Hackers are getting more sophisticated, and they're finding new ways to exploit vulnerabilities in the very systems our phones rely on. You might be thinking, my phone has strong passwords and the latest security updates. I'm safe, right? Unfortunately, that might not be enough. There's a hidden network that connects all our phone calls and text messages, and it has weaknesses that hackers can exploit. This hidden network is called Signaling System Number 7, or SS7 for short. It's like the postal system for our phones, quietly working behind the scenes to connect our calls and deliver our messages. But just like a postal worker can potentially access the contents of your mail, hackers can exploit vulnerabilities in SS7 to intercept your calls, read your text messages, and even track your location. The thought of someone listening in on our private conversations or reading our personal messages is unsettling, to say the least. It's a stark reminder that the technology we rely on every day can be turned against us. Imagine a vast network of interconnected highways that allow cars to travel from one city to another. This network is like SS7, but instead of cars, it carries phone calls, text messages, and other mobile data. It's the invisible infrastructure that makes global communication possible. Developed in the 1970s, SS7 is a set of protocols used by telecom companies worldwide. It's responsible for setting up, managing, and tearing down phone calls. It also handles things like call forwarding, caller ID, and billing information. Think of it this way. When you make a phone call, SS7 is what connects your phone to the person you're calling. It finds the shortest route, makes sure the call goes through, and even handles things like voicemail if the person you're calling is unavailable. SS7 was designed in a time when security threats were different. Back then, access to the network was limited to trusted telecom operators. However, as technology advanced, the security of SS7 didn't keep pace. This created opportunities for hackers to exploit the system. So how do hackers actually get into SS7? It's not as simple as hacking into a single phone. Instead, they target the vulnerabilities in the network itself. One way is by gaining unauthorized access to SS7 signaling points. These signaling points are like junctions on the SS7 highway. By accessing these junctions, hackers can intercept and redirect traffic, much like someone changing road signs to misdirect drivers. Once they have access, they can perform various attacks. One common attack is eavesdropping on calls. By rerouting signaling traffic, hackers can listen in on conversations in real time. They can even record these calls without the users ever knowing. Another attack is intercepting text messages. Since SMS messages also rely on SS7, hackers can intercept them, gaining access to sensitive information like two-factor authentication codes. Location tracking is another serious threat. Using SS7, hackers can exploit vulnerabilities to triangulate a phone's location with alarming accuracy. This information can be used for stalking, surveillance, or even to plan physical attacks. SS7 vulnerabilities aren't just theoretical threats. They've been exploited in the real world with significant consequences. In 2014, researchers showed how they could track the location of a phone anywhere in the world using only the phone number. This demonstration sent shockwaves through the cybersecurity community, highlighting the urgent need for better SS7 security. In 2016, hackers targeted politicians in Germany, using SS7 vulnerabilities to intercept their phone calls and text messages. This attack showed how even high-profile individuals are not immune to SS7 exploits. The same year, a bank in the United Arab Emirates was robbed of $45 million after hackers used SS7 vulnerabilities to intercept the bank's two-factor authentication messages. This heist demonstrated the potential financial damage that SS7 attacks can inflict. Section 5. Staying safe tips to protect your phone. While the threat of SS7 attacks is real, there are steps you can take to protect yourself. One important step is to be aware of the risks. By understanding how SS7 vulnerabilities can be exploited, you can be more vigilant about protecting your information. Use strong, unique passwords for all your accounts. especially your email and financial accounts. Enable two-factor authentication whenever possible. This adds an extra layer of security by requiring a unique code from your phone in addition to your password. Be cautious about the information you share online and over the phone. Avoid sharing sensitive information like your social security number or financial details unless absolutely necessary. Consider using encrypted messaging apps for sensitive conversations. These apps encrypt your messages end-to-end, making it much harder for hackers to intercept them. Keep your phone's software up to date. Software updates often include security patches that address known vulnerabilities, including those related to SS7. Section 6. The future of mobile security. The future of mobile security depends on a multi-pronged approach. Telecom companies, governments, and technology providers need to work together to address the vulnerabilities in SS7 and other signaling protocols. This includes implementing stronger authentication mechanisms, monitoring for suspicious activity, and deploying firewalls to block unauthorized access to signaling points. Upgrading to newer, more secure protocols is also crucial. While SS7 has been the backbone of mobile communication for decades, it's time to transition to more modern and secure alternatives. These newer protocols are designed with security in mind, making it much harder for hackers to exploit vulnerabilities. However, technology alone is not enough. User education and awareness are paramount. By understanding the risks and taking proactive steps to protect themselves, users can play a vital role in securing the mobile ecosystem. Section 7. Beyond SS7. Other wireless threats. While SS7 vulnerabilities have garnered significant attention, it's important to remember that they are not the only threats to mobile security. As we become increasingly reliant on wireless technologies, hackers are constantly finding new ways to exploit vulnerabilities. Wi-Fi networks, especially public ones, can be easy targets for hackers. By setting up fake Wi-Fi hotspots, hackers can intercept data transmitted over the network, including passwords, credit card information, and other sensitive data. Bluetooth connections can also be exploited. Hackers can use Bluetooth vulnerabilities to pair with your device without your knowledge and gain access to your data, or even control your device remotely. Near-field communication, or NFC, the technology that powers contactless payments, can also be vulnerable. Hackers can use specialized devices to skim information from your NFC-enabled credit cards or smartphones without you even realizing it. Section 8. The importance of awareness. In the ever-evolving landscape of cybersecurity, awareness is our first line of defense. By staying informed about the latest threats and vulnerabilities, we can make more informed decisions about our digital security. Think of it like this. Just as you wouldn't leave your front door unlocked, you shouldn't leave your digital life unprotected. Just as you lock your doors and windows to deter burglars, you need to take proactive steps to secure your devices and data. Cybersecurity is not just the responsibility of tech experts or government agencies. It's a shared responsibility that requires the active participation of every individual. By working together, we can create a safer and more secure digital world. Section 9. Taking control of your digital life. In an increasingly interconnected world, our digital lives are intertwined with our physical lives. The information we store on our phones, the conversations we have, and the transactions we make all contribute to our digital footprint. Protecting this footprint is no longer optional, it's essential. By being mindful of the risks, adopting good cybersecurity practices, and staying informed about the latest threats, we can take control of our digital lives and safeguard our privacy. Remember, knowledge is power. The more you know about cybersecurity, the better equipped you are to protect yourself and your loved ones. Thanks for watching and learning with us. Drop a comment below if you have any questions or suggestions for future videos. We value your feedback. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more tech insights. Stay safe online, cyber network.